Hello, I'm Susan Rostow and I am a printmaker, art educator, and the creator of Akua water-based inks. I have developed two lines of Akua inks. One is Akua Intaglio and the other is Akua Color. Today I will be working with Akua Intaglio. Akua Intaglio is made with artist-grade pigments and a soy-based binder. The soy oil gives it a feel of oil-based ink, whereas it cleans up with soap and water. This unique formula offers deep, rich, brilliant color. Akua Intaglio can be used for collagraph, monotype, solar plate, intaglio type, woodblock, and lino cuts. This is a print done by Scottish printmaker Hugh Bryden. It's a dry point. A dry point plate is made by scratching into a sheet of plastic with a sharp tool. This is how it looks if it were just printed black and white. This print was printed with a combination of monotype techniques and dry point. I'd like to show you how it was made. I always start by putting gloves on to protect my hands from the ink. And Akua Intaglio never skins or hardens, so you can put your ink knife right in the jar and mix it up and remove some and put it on your ink slab. It will not dry on the ink slab or the jar, so you never have hardened ink that has to be thrown away. This is a plastic squeegee that I'm going to use to apply the ink to the plate. You can almost hear the plastic grabbing the ink. Now I'm going to start removing the excess ink. And for the final wiping, I'll use a soft cloth and wipe off the surface. The ink is catching on to the incised lines, and that's the area that will be printed. And that's it. I'm going to set this aside underneath the plastic so when I get to do my colors, I'll know exactly where to line up my monotype plate. This is a plastic sheet that I'll be using for applying the color. This will be our monotype plate that will be printed underneath the dry point plate. First I'm going to apply some color with a roller. Akua Intaglio rolls up beautifully right from the jar. And we'll roll the yellow in the areas below. The more ink that's applied, the darker the color. So we'll give the area a nice dark yellow at the top and a lighter yellow at the bottom. I'll apply the red with a brush. It's a little too thick for brushwork, so I'm going to add a little bit of Akua Color blending medium. The blending medium will loosen the ink, giving it a nice smooth brush stroke. Could use a little more blending medium. I'm going to apply the blue, which I already added a little blending medium to. I'll apply the blue with a sponge brush. Once I have the color on the plate, I'm going to be using a soft, lint-free rag to wipe away areas where I'd like for the white of the paper to show through. mixing colors right on the palette, or mixing colors right on the plate. Once I have the color down, then I can go into it with a stick or the back of a pencil or a brush and create linear marks. Q-tips work beautifully. Cut pieces of cardboard all make really nice marks. Areas can be patted to blend in and lighten up certain colors. Okay, once this is ready, I'm going to clean up my table and get ready for printing. Akua Intaglio wipes up so easily. I'm just using baby wipes or moist wipes to remove the ink from the surface. I'm going to take away my dry point plate and set that aside. Now that I have the surface all cleaned up, I can remove my gloves and get ready for printing. Monotypes print beautifully just by hand, so I'm going to print the first plate with my hands. You could use a baren or a spoon, but in this case, just the pressure of my hands I think will pick up enough ink from the plate onto the paper. Okay, perfect. I'll set this aside now, and we'll get ready to print the dry point plate on top of this. For the dry point plate, I am going to use the etching press. For a quick, easy registration, I'm going to put the plate on top of the print and then flip it over. Okay, let's see how it looks. Perfect. Great results, and now it's going to be so easy to clean up.